Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack the incredibly whimsical narrative and the really brilliant, completely hidden literary mirrors within the elven tale of Princess Mee. Honestly, if you're fascinated by how the actual structure of text can physically represent the magic of a story, you are in for an absolute treat. So, let's jump right in with these opening lines. Little Princess Mee, lovely was she, as an elven song is told. It immediately sets this magical, hushed tone, doesn't it? It just transports us right into the ancient lore, completely preparing us for a story that isn't just a poem, but a literal song passed down through elven history.
Section 1. The Legend of Princess Mee, a tale from elven song.
Okay, before we descend into the mystery of this narrative, let's establish the physical reality of our main character. Take a look at how her delicate, really ethereal wardrobe is cataloged. We aren't just told she's beautiful. We get this masterclass in vivid texture details that completely ground the fantasy. Her hair is threaded with pearls, her kerchief isn't just normal cloth, it's gossamer shot with gold, she wears a throat braid woven out of silver stars, a woven coat that's mothweb light and moonlit white, and finally, her girdle is sewn with diamond dew. It paints a picture of someone who is essentially made of light and nature itself. Section 2. From Day to Starlit Night, the Transformation. Now watch how this builds as Princess Mee transitions from the mundane daytime into her true element at night. There is a really stark contrast between her two realities. By day, she's completely concealed. She walks under a mantle gray and the hood of clouded blue. Basically, she's hidden from the world. But by night, the transformation happens. She goes glittering bright under the starlit sky, wearing these frail slippers made of fish's mail that flash as she moves. The muted, boring colors of the day are completely stripped away, revealing this incredibly radiant figure. Section 3. The Windless Dancing Pool, a Stage of Water. So let's follow Princess Mee as she makes this dynamic, super fast-paced movement down to the water's edge to actually begin her dance. As a mist of light in whirling flight, the pacing of the source material gets so much faster here, and you can practically feel the momentum. She isn't just walking, she's a literal whirling mist of light approaching the pool with incredible speed. A glint like glass, she made. I really want to emphasize the glassy, perfectly still nature of this setting. The water she plays upon is described as a mirror cool and windless water. It is entirely undisturbed, which builds this beautiful, fragile tension right before the great reveal. Then the poem directs our eyes straight downward, wherever her feet of silver fleet flicked the dancing floor. Our attention is brought to the exact, specific point of contact, her silver feet lightly flicking the surface of the water. We have to focus on this boundary, because that exact meeting point is where the magic of this tale actually happens. Section 4. Encountering Princess Shee, the Bottomless Well. Right here is the crucial point. This next sequence is where we experience the ultimate plot twist of this mirror world. It brilliantly illustrates the physical mirroring in the story. Princess Mee looks on high to the roofless sky and to the shadowy shore. But when she bends her eyes downward into the water, she doesn't just see a normal reflection. No, she sees Princess Shee, who is hanging down with a starry crown into what looks like a bottomless well. So Mee looks up at the sky while she hangs downward into the depths. So who exactly is Princess Shee? Well, the text treats her as this wondrous, mysterious entity. She's just as fair, light, and bright as Mee, but they are dancing toe-to-toe. And most importantly, when Mee looks down, Shee's gleaming eyes look up in great surprise. This tells us this isn't just a passive reflection, right? It's experienced as an encounter with another person entirely, who is equally surprised by the meeting. A marvelous thing, head down to swing, above a starry sea. I absolutely love this line because it flips our entire perspective upside down. The water is no longer just a pool beneath Mee's feet. Through Shee's eyes, she is swinging head down above a sea made of literal stars. The surface of the water becomes the sky for the world below. Section 5. A Mystery of Elven Lore. The Mirror Text. Okay, let's unpack the brilliant literary trick hidden at the very end of the poem, because the structure here is honestly just as fascinating as the story itself. First, the text admits a grand mystery. No one could tell nor learn and spell in all the elven lore. Where is this land where people don't stand but rather hang down in the sky? The text tells us that not even the most ancient elven lore can explain the geography of this inverted land beneath our feet. Only their feet can ever meet. But while the lore can explain it, the structure of the poem is about to show it to us. Notice the specific top-to-bottom order in which Princess Mee's clothing is listed as she continues to dance. The text lists her features starting right from the top. She has pearls in her hair, then moving down to her kirtle fair, then down again to her slippers frail, and finally the material of those slippers, the fish's mail, top to bottom. But watch what happens when we look at Shee's list immediately following it. The poem describes Shee going through the dance, but it completely reverses the exact same sequence. It starts with the fish's mail, then the slippers frail, then the kirtle fair, and finally ends with the pearls in her hair. It goes bottom to top. So here is the incredible aha moment. The text itself forms a chiasmus. It literally acts as a mirror right there on the page. The words describing me run downward toward the meeting point of their feet, and the words describing Shee run in the exact opposite direction, totally mirroring the physical reality of the two princesses dancing toe-to-toe at the surface of the water. The actual structure of the poem becomes the surface of the dancing pool itself. It's wild.
It is a masterfully crafted illusion, for sure, and it leaves us with this wonderful concluding thought to ponder. Is there truly a land where our reflections stand, rather than hang down in the sky? The next time you look into a perfectly windless pool, I challenge you to shift your perspective. Look at the stars beneath your feet, and wonder about that glittering world hanging right below the surface. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep looking for the magic hidden in the details.